Well, I'm back in the wonderful, wonderful world of Subnautica, and in this last episode of this series here, until later, in this episode, I am going to be helping the Sea Emperor out with what will be her final wish in releasing her young out into the world before us, but only after getting another screenshot. No, I'm kidding. I think that we kind of have to activate things by going down here, maybe, after another screenshot. Kind of act as though we are investigating and she is kind of coming down to be an observer of the happenings. I kind of wonder, can you scan the Emperor? It's an interesting question I've always kind of wondered, but she's so fast. I'm using a Sea Glide and she's losing me. It would not seem that I can. No, I can't. The Mother Sea Emperor cannot be scanned, right? But we can go ahead and we can activate the incubator. Then I guess she'll give us the kind of the recipe for the hatching enzymes at that point. She gonna join me here? Would look as though she is.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long.
Now she's going to
Others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
we're gonna help you. We are going to help you. You better be glad they had a ion cube fabricator up there.
With the passage you've opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Right, and then once I get the hatching enzymes, I need them to put them there. So we'll take a quick little gander, and I might have to go back out to the Cyclops to perform this. I mean, it's literally just kind of some different plant samples from around the map. So fungal sample, that is Mushroom Forest, Bulb Bush, Kush Zone, Ghostweed, Lost River, Sea Crown you can get right here. An eye stalk I think is in various places, but I know it for being in the sparse reef. But before I go, there's like a little cave over here, and I believe that there I can find a sea crown down here, and that's like, yeah, here's a sea crown. So here's the first of the 5. There's more down here than I thought that there would be.
Is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Oh, it's like a full cave. I didn't realize I had gone down into a full cave. I thought this was like kind of like a ravine or just a little gully. All right, I think that I am going to have to go back to the floor up here, and I will be able to rejoin her in just a little bit with the rest of the fungal samples. I mean, you know the rule. We may as well drill while they're available. But so the sea crown, those are available kind of elsewhere. I'm not sure the specifics, but the other plant samples are available at the specific points in the map. Whenever I opened the 4 different portals, these are all going to lead to a place that will allow me to collect one of the 4 samples that I do not have. And so it's just kind of going to be waking up in a different part of the map where these portals have been kind of hiding in plain sight. I think this is the mushroom forest. I might actually get this lithium while I'm here, just because lithium is pretty hard for me to come by. And then I will go get the mushroom tree sample that is needed. Yeah, this is the mushroom forest. And I mean, I think all this, there's lithium all over the place here. This might actually be, yeah, this is the one with the big tree. There's the mushroom sample, the fungal sample for that. But there's lithium all over the place. So I could be here for a long time collecting stuff, it looks like to me. But I'll definitely have to come back here when I need some more lithium, because I guess they've all been hiding from me in this mushroom forest. I guess I was looking for everything in the wrong place. I'm always struggling to find lithium. So now we got 2 of the 5 samples. I mean, this is really pretty straightforward. You just go in the portal, jump out, get the sample, come back out. You just do it 4 times. The portals are in these rooms that are in the corner, as opposed to directly on the side of the main chamber. So I got the sea crown, I got the fungal sample. Where might this one be? I'm not sure. This kind of looks almost like the floating island, but I don't think it can be. That's the bulb bush sample. Oh, hello. This is where the amp eel friends are. Not the most welcoming, but I suppose they beat Reaper Leviathans. It's 3, and then once I actually get everything, then I'll have to go back out to the Cyclops in order to actually craft it, because I don't have a fabricator in here, and I need a fabricator. And then I probably better get some more food and water, because I'm not doing too good in those departments. And behind door number 3, what could we have here, you think? I don't know if these guys are supposed to be here. This could maybe be like Sparse Reef. I'm really not sure where it is. Jeez. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Give me a heart attack and a stroke. Talk about it. I think this is Sparse Reef, or no, this has got to be crag fields with encounters like that. See, they're a real nuisance. You will not miss them if you live in a biome that they are in. I just need the ghostweed seed, which I believe is a Lost River item. It's kind of interesting how these portals have been here really since the start of the game, and they're like hidden in these various little cave systems. But even if you did find them, it would be no use to you, because there's no place to put an ion cube here. It's the final portal. And this, I think, can only go really to the Lost River. Yeah, it looks like it too, doesn't it? With these big branches and the teal vegetation. And see, this portal is being hidden behind a brine fall. Before I get too excited, there's a ghost leviathan over there. So I'm actually going to repair this in case he gets a little excited when there's a newcomer. There, I think, is a ghost weed. Are you serious right now? Come at me. Come at me. That's right. You flee. Oh, this guy wants some too. This guy's after some excitement too. I figured they'd get excited when I showed up. All right, I want to repair this. But you kind of got to babysit the the ghost Leviathan. You've just really got to babysit him. Because I mean, you think that you're on good terms and you might not be. I mean, there's this whole region of stuff. Look at all these fish. I know they're just kind of textures, they're not actual ones. But in this big biome with all this life, he picks the one player in the whole place. Must have like a secret vendetta against me for some reason. Bulbush, sea crown, eye stalk, ghostweed, and the fungal sample. If we go in here, we can see we got all 5 of the elusive candidates for the hatching enzymes recipe. I need to just sneak right on by. Wish you could put water filtration machines in the Cyclops, because I'm really spoiled on those when I have my bases. Here are the hatching enzymes. This is going to hatch the Sea Emperor's young, and I guess he's probably, oh, there he is over there. He's probably just a little bit camera shy, I would say. Either that or he's really kind of getting sick of me taking pictures of him. Perhaps that could be the case. I think with that, got a water here. Hatching enzymes, that's the most important thing. And it all kind of goes uphill from there. Things just kind of keep getting better for me personally. My circumstances, if I was just like off to the races and wanted to get off this gosh darn planet as fast as possible. See, I wanted to get a whole bunch of pictures of the Sea Emperor, because once you initiate the mission, then she is in place waiting on you to perform the next step. So I am ready to do just that now. Got the hatching enzymes. We are going to fulfill the Sea Emperor's last wish. Of course, you know we gotta scan the Sea Emperor juveniles, and they're gonna have a kind of a sweet little moment with their mother here. Before they must part ways and they go out the portal by themselves.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next moment I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell.
Oh, I don't. That's so sad. That is so sad. There is almost no being in this game that would refer to you as friend. Maybe only the cuttlefish alone. All right. Well, here's the cure. I just wish the true Sea Emperor could come out and join us. There is the Sea Emperor's enzyme 42, and unfortunately this is where we kind of have to leave her.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. No remaining sign of bacterial infection.
But she's done a great sacrifice for me by ensuring that I got the cure and I can go escape for myself. But we will not be forgetting this sacrifice anytime soon, that's for sure. Now we've got the Sea Emperor juveniles. They are going to be kind of carrying on the tradition that the mother was kind of prevented from carrying on because she was in the primary containment facility. And so now we've got a new population of Sea Emperors that will be among the other inhabitants of the crater. Some much more polite inhabitants, might I add. So we hate to see the mother go, but this is kind of the cycle that must go on, as it has in this case. So I hope that you guys stay far away from the guy on the other side of the mountain. I'm glad I could help you guys out, but I'm gonna go disable the quarantine enforcement platform now. If I am correct, warpers should not attack me anymore. Oh, I almost forgot about the biters. They have always been a nuisance. This is a heck of a shoreline here. It's like a full-on cliff. We're kind of nearing the end of the journey. This was almost the location where I saw a big tail flop up out of the water. But get your last look at the quarantine enforcement platform. We will not be sad to see it go. So now that I've got the cure, I got what I visited the Sea Emperor for. Now it's time to disable the quarantine enforcement platform so that I will be able to make a safe departure from the planet with the Neptune 1 rocket. And so the whole story is at this point looping all the way back to kind of where we started down this precursor road, and this is an old friend. We meet again. Punch him a good one. And so now at this point the power has been shut down because the cure to the supposedly insolvable disease has now been found. So the planet is no longer under quarantine anymore, meaning that we can take off whenever. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see because it's dark now, but the tower is gone. At this point it's slumped over, and it almost kind of looks like the shape is like giving a thumbs up. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it pretty big, but it looks kind of like a thumbs up to me. But that's the toughest part of the game concluded. There it was, the cure. Now that the planet has been cured, the day has been saved by Xthadius. That means, I guess now it's time for me to go on with my rocket construction project. That will be the final thing left before we beat the game and leave the planet. Going to be going back through the portal to reunite the prawn with the Cyclops, and going to be going back up through the lava zones and through the Lost River. Well, this is just such a sad sight. I don't like this. I hate that part of the game, but you can tell a character is done well when you are sad that they are killed off in some manner. You can tell that a character was done well. So they definitely designed the Sea Emperor in a good and very memorable manner. Very glad that we could help the Sea Emperor though, and continue the line of the Sea Emperor into the crater. But this is gonna be likely the last time we'll be in here for a long while, if ever again. There really isn't, I guess, to get this. I mean, the Sea Emperor's still there, but it's sad to see her in that state. That is really one of the heights of the game, getting the cure, because you have to go through all the obstacles that I have gone through thus far just to get to that point. Just because I'm cured doesn't mean that these biomes are safe now. I am safe from warpers, but not leviathans like sea dragons, ghosts, and reapers. Titanium ingot 2, which I can't craft, computer chip, and lead 4. We can kind of get a little bit of a jump start. Table coral sample, gold, copper wire. Based on what I believe I have, you can scrap what I just said about getting a jump start, because I have no table coral samples, which puts this process to a screeching halt. Okay, there he is. You know we're getting some screenshots of you while you're around. Oh, coming up for like a close-up. Sea dragons, I think, are just much more dangerous opponents than the other leviathans, because they got that fire breath, so they can get you from a distance. They've also got those claws, so they can get you from that distance too, and their mouth. They got 3 points of attack, whereas ghosts only have 1. Just all they do is ram or bite you. Wait, hold on a moment. I guess I'm getting way too comfortable in here. I didn't realize they would attack while the submarine is shut off. I guess I will have to conduct some repairs while being aware of my surroundings. I saw him over there. How many are left? Just that one? He sure is causing me some trouble. I think the best thing to do is just start us up and get moving. Start us up and get us moving. Where's that accelerator at, huh? I think that I might be in the clear of him, but there's always going to be those other ones that are in the inactive lava zone. We made it through the active lava zone. I didn't realize they could attack, or knew to, whenever I'm sitting there with the submarine off. I guess because it was somehow in like the emergency speed by mistake. I didn't intend to put it there. All right, this is kind of a safe place to kind of regroup down here. It's strangely blue. You really just kind of hear these things across the whole place. I'm gonna try to get into the lava castle once more. It's ridiculous, I don't need to, but I would like to activate that portal. Here's the lava castle. He's somewhere. He's loud and he's mad, it sounds like. Here it is. Everything's clear. And after I go ignite this portal, I mean, I'm planning on disappearing from this, because there's nothing desirable about either of the lava zones. They're just, as I said in my last video, they're warm but very uninviting places. Go in there, activate the portal, and leave. There's no reason to be here any longer. I can acquire some of these same resources elsewhere much safer. The only exception really being kyanite. And I could also even do that safer in the corridor leading to the inactive lava zone where the sea dragon leviathans are not. There's warpers there, but warpers are my best buddies now. So I shouldn't have to worry about them. There's that portal. There we go. We got that portal activated. So now I just need to kind of floor it in reverse. It might be him up there. It's hard for me to tell. There's just so low visibility. I think as long as I'm kind of drifting along the outskirts of the biome, he shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm just looking for that the port of entry. Did I miss it? Was it here? That's a hole down to the active lava zone. Don't want to go down there. This looks like what I'm after. Yeah, this is what I needed. I'd like to, I think it'd be awesome to be able to scan one of those Reaper skeletons if I could even find one. But I don't know if I could, and I'm not going to be too crazy about looking for one. This is a magnificent place for a dead Reaper Leviathan to be, though. Things are becoming bluer. Oh, there's the 3 waterfalls. So are there any... There's no larvas. I mean... That's great. I don't even have to get out and do like work trying to go cut them all off. I can just drive away as if they never existed, sailing off in the sunset. Those lava larvae, I'd say they wanted like one final little taste of my Cyclops' pure power, but fortunately they won't get it. Oh, it's such a much nicer environment with the ghost rays. It's so good to be out of those miserable lava zones. It's just very undesirable places to be. So I'll make like a little bit of a pit stop here at the Lost River base. But beyond constructing the base of the rocket, I can't see what else is required. With that line of reasoning, I might gather some things that are perhaps sparse up there, or make sure that I've got enough. And then at that point, oh, this is such a much better site than that lava castle. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a relief to finally be out of there. I'd much rather deal with the ghost leviathans, which are the worst thing in this biome. I'd much rather deal with them than the sea dragons. All right, we can. I think it's safe to turn lights back on again. Oh, it's so good to be at this base again. So good to have like water again. This is all kind of unnecessary stuff, except I'll take those cuttlefish eggs. I think that's everything. I wasn't really storing a whole lot here. If kyanite is required for the rocket, that should be really more than enough. Right, well, I think I should be good to go. I hate to leave this place, but we will definitely come back here after I beat the game and really make this a nice base. I think the foundation is there, but I would like to furnish the interior, just because this is, I mean, that is quite the place. I may as well grab these big outcroppings with the drill arm. This just feels so much safer in comparison. I feel like everything from this point on just pretty laid back, kind of cruising. If it was a road trip, you'd be going at a comfortable, slowed down pace at this point. All we gotta do is just make sure we have all the resources, which I'm sure that I already have quite a bit at my original base, because there's no way I could pack everything into the Cyclops. But I may as well gather up some things while I'm here, and I see it right here before me, so I don't have to be looking when I need it. We'll do a nickel one. I would like to do more titanium ones. Here are the table coral samples that I thought were in the Cove Tree area, but apparently not. Lovely titanium over here. We're just gonna make ourselves right at home collecting all this stuff now that we don't really have to worry about warpers at all. I am kind of proud of the fact that I did scan one without using a stasis rifle, though. That was kind of fun. We'll do, say, 2 quarts as well, but after that we're already full. I feel like we should be sitting pretty comfortably for much of the stuff. 2 copper wire, computer chip. There's our first component. 4 lead, 2 titanium ingots. That is 20 titanium. Alright, and from that point on, there's really nothing more that I can do at the moment. We will be back, Cove Tree. We will be back. We'll be passing our ancient skeleton by Mesmer. Passing our ancient skeleton over here on the right if we were a tour guide. That means we probably got a ghosty friend about somewhere. I don't hear him. Oh, there he is up there. There he is. Feel like we can kind of comfortably navigate through the biomes now. Things just really don't feel as fearful when you're going through for a second time. That's a cool shot there. Like the tail of the Cyclops, like trying to keep on the move with the Ghost Leviathan pursuing me in the back. That's a neat picture right there. Okay, that's that way. The Grand Reef is this way. How much farther are you going to follow me? Are you going to become an inhabitant of the Grand Reef? I want him to kind of remain in the Lost River. Like, he can chase me as long as he wants to, but I would like for him to eventually kind of return to his natural habitat, so he's not like kind of displaced in some ridiculous location, like actually out in the fields with the skeletons. Well, maybe he did go back. I don't know. It's hard to say. This way up here is the way back to the Grand Reef, so we're gonna run into some crab squids very likely. Let's see. I gotta find the way out of here. I don't think they are really so much of a concern. It's because they're not a Leviathan. I think this is the place I need to be. There could very well be a ghosty out here. And there is said ghosty. We're taking some pretty good screenshot of these creatures here as we're just kind of passing by and trying to get back up to the surface. So once I kind of get settled in a little bit, I need to grab the mobile vehicle bay. I'll put the rocket like kind of out in the middle of my specific grassy plateaus. That way it's just kind of accessible, and I'll save right there, and that way, I mean, theoretically one could just beat the game, and well, not beat the game, but experience the ending just kind of whenever they wanted to, because it's just right there. Base is right there. I'll probably put it like right over there somewhere. You have no idea how grateful I am to see you. And sunlight, who would have ever guessed of sunlight? What a crazy concept that is. I'll take this moment, I'll grab the 4 lead, 2 titanium ingots, computer chip, as opposed to a Cyclops or prawn suit now. Now I can use this Seamoth. It's been so long. It's so good to be back in the surface biomes. I love my cove tree, but I also like my sunlight and my reef backs. Of course, my surface biome homes as a whole. So we'll go out kind of in the middle of this biome and put the rocket kind of out in the middle. I just don't want it to be right on the base. All right. Well, here we start the beginning of our Neptune launch platform, which will be the entirety of the foundation. Now that's causing a big splash. So in terms of the location, this is kind of important because you can't really change it after this. I think that's a good location. A little ways away from base. That's about 300 meters away. You can't even tell from, because the water is a little bit murky. Plasteel, copper wire, and lubricant. We can work with that. I should just have like almost an endless supply of things over here at the base. See, I mean, you can really barely see it, and that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't want it to be like right on my base's doorstep. Kind of got to go out of your way to go get to it a little bit. I'm having to like relearn the layout of my storage room because I can't remember where certain things are. I needed that. I guess all my lithium is out. I love seeing all these vehicles together. That is just awesome. It feels like just such an accomplishment. Copper wire. Also need 2 plasteel ingots. And lastly, a lubricant. It's been so long. Creepvine seed cluster. Well, I just happen to have one of those right here because I thought I might need it down there, but I didn't end up needing it down there. Everything for our gantry. I like that name, the Neptune gantry. I actually need to build the rest of it from this little platform over here. It's a beautiful day above the water. You wouldn't know that if you were down in the Lost River or the lava zones. We've got our gantry, nickel ore 3, aerogel, and wiring kit. Wiring kit, that's 2 silver. Nickel ore times 3, that's nickel ore. 2 silver, wiring kit. Now I've got everything. I mean, the Cyclops is just perfect in that final stretch down in the inactive and active lava zones. Is kind of like a temporary mobile base, and I will intend on doing some goofing off after I beat the game, and I probably won't be found in the inactive lava zone a whole lot. This is kind of the one plot hole in the whole story. We got this blueprint from Altera when they sent it to the terminal in the Aurora. Kind of interesting that they have ion power cells in the blueprint, as though, you know, we just had this alien technology all along or whatever. That's kind of the only existing plot hole in the whole game that I can even really think of. It's kind of an interesting thought. Gonna need some of those. Kind of hard to keep track of all these recipes, and the recipes have recipes in them. 4 gold and 4 silver. Ion battery, another one, and the last one. with silicone rubber, which I stole from my base down there. Did you catch that? How I took that silicone rubber from that floating locker? I figured I might need it somewhere. That'd just be one more thing I'd have to collect, but I don't have to now. I've only been here for like 80 days. That's pretty good, I would say. I could do it much faster if I wanted to. I mean, I'm not like, obviously I'm not a speedrunner type, but like I did take quite a bit of time to kind of enjoy the exploring, the sightseeing, taking pictures, the base building aspects. So that would all add up to be much more additional time than be required. It'd be interesting because I've never tried something like that, but it'd be interesting to, like, say, beat Subnautica in one sitting, in one day. Like, just sit here and play until I'm at this same point right here. It'd be an interesting thing to try. I don't know if I will. Now we've got one remaining piece. I love that Neptune down the side. Cockpit. We need the Cyclops shield generator, plasteel ingot, that one of those dreadful computer chips, and enameled glass. There was glass, and I think it's just a stalker tooth. Enameled glass, there that is. Take this titanium that I do have here. Copper wire, gold. More titanium than one should realistically know what to do with. There's my computer chip. I got my enameled glass. Just need my plasteel ingot and the Cyclops shield generator. Is an extension of the traditional wiring kit. Here's my advanced wiring kit. Hydrochloric acid, here's polyaniline. I'll just use this dead one. I think I can get away with that. I got everything but my computer chip. It doesn't make any difference if we do some jumping around. The bottom line is I've got everything to do this. I have not had to actually go out and collect a single another thing. There's the computer chip. And there we go. That's the rocket complete. So here will be my final addition to this rocket. That is just spectacular.
Neptune 1 rocket online.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get off the planet now. Some people like to customize this. I don't care to. I think it looks great the way that it is, personally. Alright, so the thing with the Neptune rocket, there's places to like take things with you, or like leave a time capsule or put something in a time capsule. So we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna leave something for somebody else. There used to be like a selection committee of people that would decide like which ones would go. I don't know if that was just kind of at the start of the game, or if they continued the selection, or if there's no more additions, or what the exact story is. I'm kind of unsure. But so what would be a great thing to leave in a time capsule for somebody? Really, I think it'd be great to leave, like, say, like maybe alien tablets or ion power cells, or like the thermal plant for the Cyclops. But the thing about that is, even if you leave that, they have it disabled to where basically it could not go through. So that would kind of eliminate the purpose of those. Would be my top picks. They're not allowed. So the stasis rifle, I think, is very good. Kind of all that comes to mind, really. I'll put a full battery in it. I don't think you can do cuttlefish eggs either. I would do like that. Oh, I would love to have a thing where I got that in there. That'd be awesome. But I just don't know of the limitations. I will put a full battery in there, just so it's not, you know, a waste of somebody's time. We'll just take like some, I guess, some riches along. We'll take a lot of water because I'm always dying of thirst. And I guess we'll just kind of be fasting as well. Maybe that could be the case. We got a storage space. We'll do that, and I'll do two ion cubes as the rest, because I know it has 6 slots from what I remember. So that'll be my time capsule. I'll bring along a bunch of precious metals, diamonds, water, and for the time capsule I'll do a stasis rifle as well as 2 ion cubes. There's much better things I could do, but I don't even think they would go on to anybody else. Here are some of what will be our final moments on 4546B for this, at least this playthrough. It's time to leave this very dangerous place and leave for a much safer horizon. The first steps into the Neptune rocket here.
Pressurizing hydraulics. Communications systems array active. Auxiliary power unit online.
Here's where I'll like stash all my goodies in these lockers. That doesn't mean anything. It's just kind of, I think it's just kind of for funsies, perhaps. And here is the cockpit. We gotta make sure everything is perfect and ready for our launch. Here's the time capsule. Nothing can go wrong.
Life support systems online. All systems are go.
This has been an absolute blast. Subnautica is one of my favorite games. Even this is my second playthrough of it. Second time I beat the game. The first time was several years ago. But it's been one of my favorites, and so it's been such a joy to follow through with yet a second playthrough. Even this second time, it's been such a joy. It has not worn off for me. So here is my second time beating the game. It's really been a blast. So I suppose in celebration of this moment, we'll have to crack open a celebratory Diet Coke to celebrate this moment. Pretty magnificent stuff. There you can see the planet, and this is where a lot of people were hinting at what would be below zero eventually.
Destination coordinates. Nearest interstellar phase gate.
Where our character Riley Robinson looks up, and you can see that kind of like glaciery, icy area off on one end of the planet there. See, Emperor.
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
And together we saved the planet. No more evil, awful coronavirus. I can hold escape to exit the credits, but I just think it's a very fitting moment after that game. I've spent over 24 hours in this playthrough. Could have done it a little bit shorter, but I don't think that makes any difference. I just really thoroughly enjoyed the game, even though it was my second playthrough. So I feel like this is just kind of a fitting conclusion, kind of enjoying the credits. We didn't get killed by any Leviathans or any Warpers, so that's a big one right there. That could mean that, you know, we might have to maybe try a hardcore one, even though I'm hesitant to do that because I don't like losing everything. But maybe we'll try it. Maybe, no guarantees. But this world is not, or this save is not gone. I mean, the moment that these credits are over, I can go back and it'll just be like right to before I launch the rocket. So I mean, we can definitely still play using this save file for sure. There's a special thanks to all of the big YouTubers that really helped promote this game from the start, from the early development to even at the big 1.0 release. And
Welcome home to Alterra.
oh, here we go.
Permission to land will be granted once you have settled your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.
And that was Subnautica. That was an absolute blast. One of my favorites, but I don't know if I'll be landing at Alterra after an ending like that. We might just we might have to maybe make a U-turn somewhere, go back and maybe raise some cuttlefish or something. I'm not entirely sure where to go from there. But anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.